What is going on, everybody? Welcome to... I am genuinely very excited about today's build because we are building a PC around this. And this is the MSI Liquid Suprim RTX 5090. And the reason that I am so excited is a lot of times we see GPUs like this and we never build PCs because you need specific cases, specific features for cases and stuff like that in order to use GPUs like this. So we are building a very expensive build today. And I'm also excited because on top of doing this really neat build using this particular case, the other thing that we're also going to be doing is we're also going to be using IQ Link. So not only that will it be a very attractive build, but the other thing too is it'll be a very easy build to maintain. So I'm excited to see what performance is like, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, today's build is about this right here, the MSI RTX 5090 Liquid Suprim. Right now, probably one of the best performing 5090s that we have played with. Anyway, here's what we're starting here. The other thing too is we're not skimping on the CPU. No, we're gonna be using the Zen 5, the Ryzen 9 9950X 3D. So we're going full X3D on this stuff. For the motherboard, we're gonna be putting this in. We're gonna be putting this inside of the Asus ProArt X870E Creator Wi-Fi. Really like this board. You know, it's got DDR5, Expo support, we got PCI 5, we got Wi-Fi 7, we got both a 10 gig and a 2.5 gig Ethernet out. We're sticking to Corsair parts, is mainly because we're just trying to keep things nice and awesome and easy with IQ. So we're using Corsair Vengeance 6000 mega transfer RAM. We're also going to be putting in a 2 terabyte MP Core XT. So you'll have 2 terabytes of storage. If I decide to make this my primary rig, we'll be adding 8 more terabytes. So we're going to be using RX 120 fans just to make sure that we have all of the RGB. We're going to be removing 3, so we'll actually only need 1. We're going to be using the IQ Link Titan 360 LCD. So we're going to actually have that screen on there because, I mean, when you're spending this kind of money. And then lastly, because this is a dual chamber case, so we're going to be using the E1000G, the EG1000, this is the Lean Lee Edge PSU. So anyway, there are all of the parts we're going to be using in today's build. In the end, the total cost for this comes to just shy of $5,700. So it's a very pricey build, and it should be good. Okay, so let's start getting the build put together and go from there. I'm very excited to see how this whole thing kind of comes together at the end. So here it is right here. Let's start with our CPU entry point right here. Okay, here we go, dropping it in there. Zoom in a little bit there. Getting maximum ProArt coverage. Shh. Oh, it didn't pop off. There it goes. That was far. That actually shot quite far there. I almost died, guys. I almost died. So here's our RAM. That goes, is that even in? It's like so in, maybe. Okay, there we go. So I think this motherboard is now completely ready. We don't have to put thermal paste on because we actually have, like I said, pre-installed thermal paste. So now it's time to strip the case. We got a hub in here already. It's already hooked up. What we're gonna do now, next part of this whole thing, I'm gonna remove these and I'm going to use these on the bottom, and then we're gonna have the Liquid Suprim on the side. And now let's put these in the bottom here. What I'm gonna do is grab this, plug this in right here, just like so. Boom, there it is, plugged in. And now we can screw it in with the very easy screws. Okay, so first set of fans are installed. We'll have one here, and then these are gonna be for the GPU. So why don't we go ahead, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put the Mobo in, and then we'll get the GPU installed because I want to get that mounted, and then from there we can figure out the rest of it because there's a little bit of kind of figuring stuff out as we build. And we have these set for intake right now. Time to get this build in here. Ugh. And we'll put this in just like that. Next up, ladies and germs, let's go ahead and route all of our other cables, which we always like. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is this one right here. It's a front panel connector. It's just gonna come out right here at the bottom. We're gonna come underneath the Mobo though. Put it right just like that. Boom, nice and clean. Next one we're gonna do, HD audio. HD audio. This is where all the quality sound comes from this right here that nobody ever uses. I don't know, let me know if you guys actually use your HD audio port. It's gonna come out right here. Put it right here in the corner and right there. we got that in now. Okay, so now time, believe it or not, guys, we're actually going to install our GPU next because this has a radiator on it. Let's have the unboxing experience of this beautiful GPU here. Oh, boom. Ooh, look at that, guys. Okay, there is the whole thing right there. I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do it like, so it's gonna be like this inside of the case. We're gonna go ahead and pull the peel. Boom. And then we're gonna get some oil off of my face. I mean, you gotta reuse, right? Reuse, recycle, guys. You know? Yeah, getting those blackheads out? Yeah, exactly. Now, take this. We just want to make sure these are not twisted because it's going to be like this in there. And this is going to go right. It's going to look nice in there. I think that's why I chose this case. I just think this case is just ideal for builds like this. Can we just take a moment and I just think that looks super cool, right? Doesn't that look good? So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna do this a little bit different. I'm gonna switch to RX 120. I'm gonna make this an intake fan instead of an exhaust fan. And then just to add additional airflow into the case. So no, I'm intentionally putting this fan in backward. Because usually we do intake, exhaust, but given this is intake as exhaust as well, I wanna make sure we have plenty of airflow. So we're just gonna use this to feed more air to the CPU air cooler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to put in our AIO. Build is coming together nicely. This is one of the things I actually really enjoy about IQ systems is just how easily fans and everything kind of go together. So we're using the Titan 360RX LCD. So we actually are having the LCD on this one times. Looks great. What I'm gonna do here, pop this up and plug it in right here. And that should be just, oh, perfect. It's just the right length. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch this head. Show the thermal paste there. It's quite the cool design here. Okay, so we're gonna take this off. Take one of these. Put it on. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Ooh, they've changed the grippiness. Boom. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take one cable out of the Lee & Lee and I'm gonna plug it in so I can put my hard drive back in, and then we'll do the rest of the cables. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my CPU EPS cable. I would recommend going to a 1300 watt edge versus a 1000 watt, especially given that this is a more performance focused. I just don't have a 1300 watt. And then Lee & Lee, if you're watching this, which you always are, if you could send me a 1300 watt, that'd be huge. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go ahead and grab the cables we need just to get them out. Okay, so here's our 24 pin. We'll need a SATA cable. Okay, so this is the hub, which I don't need, so I'm not gonna put it on, but if you wanna do, you have a hub here for it. Now these, I'm gonna run down from the top here. These are very pretty cables, which I like. Just set this in, because the good thing is with how these cables work, it's very easy to do this. So let's go ahead and get this done and put in real quick. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we have this, now we can figure out where we're gonna put our hub, and then we'll finish cable manage. Guys, if this ends up looking like this when we're all done, this is gonna look really good. What do you guys think so far? It looks a little bit like a spaghetti mess, but it's actually a very clean spaghetti mess. Everything is in. PSU, hard drive has power. There we go. Boom, there it is, guys. Build's complete. Woo! Now the one thing that's really nice, dude, look, we always talk about this, but look at the amount of I/O on this one. There is so much I/O on this. Okay, everything is on. 3, 2, 1. And there it is, guys, all lit up and ready. That looks super good. And there we go. How does it look, guys? Looks good. So 9950X 3D, currently running at 5960, but pulling 95 watts, 70.8, so no problem. It's not even, the fans aren't even spinning up because it's not getting that warm. And this should be 40,000. There it is. 36,000, okay, so 36,000 there, 71.3. We could probably do, but there it is, guys. Yeah, it's just running nice and cool. Let's go ahead and just see how things are. We'll run in video real quick. Let's go to video. Let's do 3180 graphics. We're gonna go to patch racing. We'll leave it transformer, DLSS, no frame generation, just leave it like it, leave it. Just really 126 frames per second. 126, that is awesome. And this is 4K. Yeah, this is no frame gen, just DLSS with patch racing, 128. Okay, so what we'll do is we have a little bit of time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the overclock and see if we get more frames out. Wow, guys, the heat back here. Hey, Brian, come here for a second. Just a sec. Whoa! Did I blow power? Oh, I blew the circuit. No, it's in the back here. Oh yeah, I blew the circuit. Oh my gosh, we haven't done that in so long. Returning that on. Wow, I've never actually done
the breaker.
Yeah, the breaker. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so the video cut out. So what we have to do is we actually need to go ahead and we're gonna test this. So what we were doing before, which I made a mistake on, is actually let's test this with patch tracing. That was actually DLSS with ray tracing and without patch tracing, and it was like 133 frames per second. But now let's actually do it with, so we're gonna go to graphics. Here we are, we're gonna change it to overdrive. So everything's on overdrive, and then let's run this benchmark and see how it does. Anyways, as you can see, 95.41 frames per second, absolutely incredible. And that's not with even overclocking. So we'll definitely follow up with this, play with some overclocking, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, guys, that is it for this build. It came out absolutely amazing. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry we lost power in the middle of it, but that's the build, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.